Yo, what's going on, guys? Momo Assassin here. Today I'll be showing you guys my daily race that I did. And, it was really good. And, I raced really well here, and my qualified time was like a minute 32, so I was like in the middle pack, basically. So I played very passive. Except that turn I did cut the corner. I didn't know how close that Porsche was. As I came up to this turn, this is a turn I usually like to cut in. So I did my braking point on that white line marker. I forgot what board marker that is. I cut that. I really thought I messed up here. Alright, let's watch that one more time here. McLaren goes in. Aston Martin hits the Porsche. Porsche hits the 4. McLaren takes the second place position. And then I'll just have to catch up to this guy. So two Porsches are they're gonna start battling it out. But I was all fine, and because of me, those people actually did a collision. That Ford GT. It was kind of a dirty move, but I couldn't turn anymore because of understeer. I took this turn good, but that guy, he recovered really well with that F1 McLaren. This turn I'm kind of sucky at. I can't take it the right line of it. The brake and getting into the turn is not that good with it. Coming into this one, I'm pretty fine. If you hit that first one correctly, you hit the second turn correctly. Same thing with these two turns coming up. Alright, so coming up to this turn, the Viper gets a penalty, which causes the McLaren to take the lead. I had difficulty on this part of this turn. Didn't know when to brake and how to cut it, but they only got a little bit far. But that last turn I was good on cutting. I did really good line there. But this Dodge, as you will see, he's not that good on that last turn. Especially, you can get like a half a second lead on him. I went in for the dive here, got the cut. You saw me turn inwards, but I couldn't give him any more space. But I got that draft of this guy, so I got second now. Dodge is a little bit behind, and I do my normal braking, and I go for the inside cut, and he overshoots it, trying to defend the turn. He didn't get the right braking line, so lap 2, and I'm first place. And I was pretty hype about this, and so I was like, okay, I just gotta drive like a boss, basically. Like, I made that turn really good, the best I've done yet. Alright, so we got the Viper here on the tail of the McLaren on lap 2, and you'll see the position change here. McLaren brakes late. He tries to cut the corner there. Skids away. But he is gonna try to come back here and take his spot. Turns in hard, doesn't brake completely correctly, so he understeers into the dirt. And that's the end of him. That causes the Porsche and the BMW to take 3rd and 4th here. He drops a few positions. And by this time, it's a battle for 1st and 2nd. 3rd is too far, too much of a gap. And coming up to turn number 4 or 5 here, I take it alright, but you see I'm taking it slow. They're catching up a bit. Okay, so the F1 actually spins out there. I didn't know that. And that's why the Viper didn't have anyone to fight. And so this is when I actually looked back in the race, and I was like, wait a minute, Viper is still close, turning to be fighting, but the guy spun out the turn before. I take this turn, still having trouble with it. See, he's close, and then I take this really good, and I start getting gapped, or he started getting gapped by me. And I got about, I don't think it shows it, but I think I'm like half a second ahead or so. Maybe even 0.8. Right now I'm like, look, he's maybe in my draft, maybe not. I think at this point he might not be, because this is pretty far. You need to be 0.750, something like that. 3/4 of a second to get to draft now. And I bottled that turn. But he didn't really catch up that well. He took the inside instead of the draft for some reason. Then he took the draft here. Unless he wasn't in the draft lane, draft yet, like the area. He's getting very close now. This is only lap 3, so I've done about, I think, 1 lap now as the leader. I just trying to keep the lead. I redlined it there, and I think he got very close now. Yeah, so he's right on my tail now, and I'm just worried that he's any second he's got a dive bomb on the right side. So I go for the defend here. Defend him. He went in the grass, okay, and I got a good line. I got a really good line there, and then I took the inside corner, and he took it wide, and I think he got penalty. He got penalty sometime, either on this lap or the next lap. I think it was that lap he cut that corner. And I take my normal, you know, gear shifts down, second gear, and rev it up, and just switch. Yep. And look, I start gapping him here. So his first and his last turn are terrible, this guy. But I know his like inside turn are pretty good. His dive bombs are, he did a good job there. Oh no, right there he messed up at the end. But he still caught up. But he doesn't draft. Oh yeah, so he took the penalty there, I think 0.5. So I think I have like a 0.8. I think I'm good enough that he's not in my draft. But I messed up this turn kind of. I shift too far down instead of staying in second. But he might have taken that wide because the gap is still there. Still learning this turn, just taking it slow. Not trying to rub against the apex. I don't want to spin out. The inside apex, I meant. Got the good exit on that one. I'm fine on that turn. And at this point, I think I'm like a second ahead. So I'm like, hey, 1 more lap. I just don't want to mess up. I take this one slow. Keep one tire in. Cut the corner correctly. And I had a really good gap here. But coming up to the final lap, I started making mistakes here, as you will see. So, do my normal braking, but a bit late. Still got away with it, but on the exit, I kind of almost went out. Was on the gas too quick, basically. So at this point, he's catching up. Very slowly, but he's catching up. Downshift. Do my normal cut, but went too far out, causes my car to kind of almost lose traction there. And he's very close now, and I'm like, oh, it's 5th lap, like, I gotta stop messing up. And I took that, and I skid, and I was like, oh man, that took even more time away. So this is my worst lap. My last lap was my worst lap. So he's like right on me now, and he's trying to pass me on the right, or on the left, but I keep going defending on the turns. But he's trying to go in, I guess. He has a draft. He bumped me or something there. I don't know if he lagged. He didn't want me to hit me off the track there. And then I go in for the normal line, and I didn't see him on the right. So, but luckily he got a 2-second penalty, and that's why I got first place, because of that bump. We'll watch that bump again. So we're coming down here on this turn, and I'll pause it right here and go to his view. So he's starting to get first, yeah. I'm right in front. I'm trying not let that happen. Trying to not let that happen. So I took the normal line. He should have braked, and because of that, he kind of cut, I think, and he hit my car. I think he got a collision warning, the 2-second penalty. And yeah, that's how I got the first place, and yeah, I was really hyped. It was like one of my first times winning a race in a long time, especially on such a good track. All of these guys are finishing now. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.